Now that we learned how to label the sides of a right-angled triangle, let's define the three trigonometric ratios. The angle in this triangle is called theta, so the sine of this angle is the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. The cosine or cos theta is defined as the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse, and the tangent of the angle, or tan theta, is the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So these are the three trigonometric ratios you are going to have to remember. Can you kindly pause the video and take these three ratios, including the diagram, down in your books? An easy way to remember these three ratios is to remember the abbreviation SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan as opposite over adjacent. A way to remember this is some old hags can't act half their own age. Now let's apply the three trigonometric ratios we've learned. Using the right angle triangle below, define the three ratios. My first step to doing any right angle trigonometric question is to label the sides of the triangle. The side opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse. The side opposite the angle given is my opposite. And this is my adjacent side. Now, we've learned that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So, SOHCAHTOA. Sine is defined as the opposite side over hypotenuse, so I'm going to write that as O over H. And the opposite side is 20 and the hypotenuse is 29. Now, you can simplify this fraction if possible, but at this stage I'm unable to do that, so I'm going to leave that as 20 over 29. Similarly, can you please complete cos theta and tan theta? Now we're going to work backwards. Which ratio in the triangle below is represented by these fractions given? Again, my first step, hypotenuse, opposite adjacent, 12 over 13. 12 is my opposite side and 13 is my hypotenuse. So, according to SOHCAHTOA, O over H is defined as sine, but sine of what? These are all opposite adjacent hypotenuse to this angle, so we need to make sure that we write that angle. Can you please try question 2? Now we're going to talk about finding the unknown side of a right angle triangle. First step, label the sides of the right angle triangle. Consider sides involved and choose the ratio. Then we're going to write an equation and solve it. Can you please pause the video and write these 3 steps down? My first step in any right angle trig question is to see, can I use Pythagoras? I'm unable to use Pythagoras because I do not know the side, the adjacent side in this triangle. So my first step is mark the sides, hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent. Now, in order to choose the ratio I need, I obviously want to have my unknown, SOHCAHTOA, and the side that I actually know information about. So unknown, the side I know information about. O and H, so I'm going to have to be using sine. Sine of what? What is the angle that I've been given? 60. Sine 60 is equal to O over H. Writing these steps in a word problem is very important. Sine 60 is equal to the opposite side being x and the hypotenuse being 5.
Now, we're coming back to equations and algebra. Because I'm dividing by 5, when I move it to the other side, I'm going to multiply by 5. So 5 times sine 60. Note how my times and my x, they do not look alike. Now use your calculators and type in 5 times sine 60 to give me 4.3 to 1 decimal place according to the question. Can I get everyone to please take this down in your exercise books? Once you have, you follow the same 3 steps to complete the questions to find the value of A. If you have found the value of A correctly, your answer should be 9.29.